Call to order the President and Board of Trustees. Order. Roll call.
Trustee Rassich. Here. Trustee Rippey. Trustee Benucci.
Here.
Trustee Fay.
Here.
Trustee Lamb.
Here.
Trustee Peck.
Here.
Mayor Collins.
Here. If we could rise for the pledge. Please remove all head covers. I pledge allegiance.
Presidential comments.
I'd be seeking a motion to appoint Ken Barvian to the HPC with a term expiring October 18th, 2017.
So moved.
Second.
That motion's been made and seconded. Trustee Rassich.
Yes.
Trustee Benucci.
Yes.
Trustee Fay.
Yes.
Trustee Lamb.
Yes.
Trustee Peck.
Yes.
Thank you. That motion carries.
Ken, if you'd come up, please.
Right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Ken Barvian,
Having been appointed to
having been appointed to
the office of Historic Preservation Commissioner
the Office of Historic Preservation Commissioner,
in the Village of Plainfield,
Village of Plainfield,
Will and Kendall Counties, Illinois,
Will and Kendall Counties, Illinois,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of Historic Preservation Commissioner
in the Office of Historic Preservation Commissioner
Village of Plainfield
in the Village of Plainfield,
and Will and Kendall Counties, Illinois,
and Will and Kendall Counties, Illinois,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my abilities.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. If you could, Ken, if you could just come by, we'll just walk right by. We have another presentation of a charter award for the Vision of Division. Mr. Garrigan?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. At this point, I'd like to introduce Walter Meglovitz, who is actually a board member from the Congress of New Urbanism, the Illinois chapter. At this point, Mr. Mayor, he would like to present the mayor and the village board a CNU Charter Award for the best corridor plan. And at this point, I'd like to turn it over to Walter.
Okay, well, thank you. I have some short remarks I want to make. My name is Walter Magyars. I'm a member of the CNU Illinois Executive Board, and recently I was the Charter Awards jury chairman. And I'm here tonight to present to you the 2013 CNU Illinois Charter Award for Best Corridor Plan. But before I get into that, I just want to provide a brief commercial message about what the Congress for New Urbanism is. CNU is a member-based advocacy organization promoting walkable mixed-use neighborhood development, sustainable communities, and healthier living conditions. CNU membership is comprised of planners, architects, landscape architects, traffic engineers, elected officials, environmentalists, healthcare providers, developers, and interested citizens, to name just a few. For over 20 years, CNU members have used the principles in the CNU's charter to promote the hallmarks of new urbanism, including livable streets arranged in compact, walkable blocks, a range of housing choices to serve people of diverse ages and income levels, schools, stores, and other nearby destinations reachable by walking, bicycling, or transit service, and an affirming human-scaled public realm where appropriately designed buildings define and enliven streets and other public spaces. Supported today by distinguished board members and other thought leaders from the worlds of urban design, development, academia, citizen activism, and government policy, the CNU works to deliver these hallmarks to communities across North America and overseas on multiple scales. Whether it be brownfields, emerging growth areas, established cities, or small-town suburbs, new urbanism reinforces the character of existing areas in making them walkable, sustainable, and vibrant, revitalizing and energizing communities to their true potential. the principles of new urbanism are also central to making whole regions more livable, coherent, and sustainable. For more information about the CNU, you can visit our website at cnu.org or cnu-il.org. The CNU Charter is a declaration of the principles to guide public policy, development practice, urban planning and design at the scale of the region, the city and the town, the neighborhood, district and corridor, and finally, the building, street, and block. The vision for division illustrates how a corridor can be rebooted to reintroduce the urbanism that was once present in the corridor. This project demonstrates that the reintroduction of the principles of urbanism are craved by the community and can be implemented in an incremental approach. The vision for division demonstrates for many communities that the high-volume traffic corridor need not be a wasteland or a land-use DMZ. It's far easier to apply the conventional approaches and achieve less than desirable results. It takes courage and commitment to change the pattern and achieve greater returns. Normally, the CNU recognizes and rewards projects that have been built or implemented. In this instance, the jury was struck by the inclusionary community involvement process and the simple, elegant solutions for reintroducing urbanism in the corridor and how urbanism could make the corridor more humane for humans. The jury was excited by the reclamation of the public realm along Division and creating real value for the community beyond the properties fronting Division Street, and how this plan could become a model for other communities to use for retrofitting and transforming their ailing corridors. With that, I would like to present to the mayor the CNU Illinois Charter Award for A Vision for Division Street.
And I'd also like to recognize Mr. Mayor Zach Borders, who has actually facilitated the Vision for Division at Civic Artworks. Mr. Borders is actually here in the audience, and I'd like to thank him for his contribution and hard work over a year with regards to this long-term process. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And then the last, but not least, of course, is our Traffic Safety Challenge Award, and I'll turn it over to our chief.
Thank you, Mayor and Village Board. Tonight I'd like to present the Traffic Safety Awards that the Plainfield Police Department and the Village of Plainfield won at the recent Illinois Chiefs Association Traffic Safety Award Banquet. I'd also like to invite Sergeant Eric Munson up here, who's our traffic sergeant. First and foremost, we've been participating in both the state and national level for about 6-7 years now. And I can tell you every year we've won at least first or second place in every in categories that we have put in for every year. This year is no different. This year, through the Illinois Chiefs of Police and the Illinois Traffic Safety Council, or Committee, I should say, we again garnered first place for our like-sized department category in the entire state of Illinois for the overall traffic safety program and traffic education and enforcement program that we have here in the Village of Plainfield. It really is a model not only for the state, but actually for the nation. And as you recall from previous presentations, our traffic safety programs have gone up against communities on a national level, such as Los Angeles City, numerous state police agencies, and we come at either at or near the top. And it's no different again this year on a state level. We were going up against agencies across the state. First of all, on the traffic program, and we came up on top. Additionally, with this being Train Rail Safety Week in the state of Illinois, as part of that competition, we had put in a submission for a Railroad Crossing Safety Award, and I'm happy to report that we also won first place in that, again, for our traffic safety regarding railroad crossings and railroad traffic throughout our community. And this is in no small part because of the efforts of Sergeant Eric Munson. Eric, you can come up anytime you like. It's really in no small part to the efforts of Sergeant Eric Munson. First of all, about the train safety, Eric was actually one of the people on the committee, one of the steering people on the committee to get Rail Safety Week incorporated in the state of Illinois. This is the first year it's being done. Actually signed a proclamation by the governor of Illinois and being participated in by several hundred police agencies around the state of Illinois. And as part, getting back to the Illinois Chiefs Association, part of what Eric was awarded as well was a leadership award, the Illinois Chiefs of Police Highway Safety Leadership Award. And this award, it's only awarded to one individual every year, and it's a cumulative award. So it's not based just on 1 year's activity. It's based on your lifetime commitment to traffic safety for your respective community and throughout the state of Illinois. So again, I'm happy to report that this year, Eric was awarded this Lifetime Achievement Award for traffic safety. And as I've said in the past, and I will continue to say, I can easily put our village up against any agency in Illinois or across the nation for that matter, as far as our traffic safety programs related to impaired drivers, seatbelt enforcement, train rail safety, and other aspects of traffic safety. So for the village board, I will have the awards up here, but I'd just like Eric, if you would like to go up and just show your award to the village board. He's very shy, yes. Thank you.
Chief, while you're still there, last year I know we won a 12-foot trailer and a new LITAR. How many years has it been that we've also been in contention for a squad?
Well, every year that we win first place, we're in contention for a squad, both on the state level and the national level. Unfortunately, we've never won that. The closest we came was 2 years ago, I should say, where we were 9th out of 10 agencies, and unfortunately, a 10th agency is the one that got the car. So we're still going for it, but it just hasn't come our way yet.
Okay, thank you. And that's all.
Trustees' comments?
You know, before we leave the subject of the police awards, I know Eric Munson for a very long period of time. He's a great individual for our service in our community, and I know when he retires, and this is in all honesty, when he does retire, they're probably going to have a statue made. The posing will probably start in a few years, but I'm only being facetious, Eric. But when you do get the statue, and underneath they'll have the plaque, and you know what the plaque's going to say? Dedication, and I truly mean it, humility. This is one of the most humble individuals you'll ever encounter, and one of the most dedicated individuals you'll ever encounter. He never has a negative thing to say. It's always positive, and he promotes not only his position, he promotes the Plainfield Police Department, safety, rail, and road. In addition to that, he's a dedicated individual to our service. And I've always been proud to know that man and to know him and know that he is just part of a great police service. And thank you for your service. I appreciate it.
I'd like to echo that as well. And well said, Jim, because if you've ever had a conversation with him one-on-one, you'll know exactly what Trustee Rassich is saying. Sergeant Munson is just absolutely a credit to the village. We received an email from a very grateful citizen not too long ago for when he showed up for a situation where CPR was being administered. So these are just the things that we're very fortunate for the police that we do have in this town, and thank you very much for all your work, Sergeant Munson. And also, Michael, you and John Prue deserve the credit as well for the Vision on Division and the work that went into that in Public Works. Everybody up this table, a lot of great work went into that award as well. And one reminder, on a different note, our library does a lot of great things in this town, and they are having a craft show this Saturday to raise funds to continue to put out great programs for all their citizens. So if you're hanging around on the 20th and looking for something to do during the day, stop by the library and visit their show. Thank you.
I would agree with
Sergeant Munson, the great job that they do for the police and so on. If Trustee Ratchik is going to create a statue, though, I want you smiling. Like that. Perfect. Thank you.
Are there any other trustee comments?
I have two brief comments, both pertaining to signage. One relates to the truck route traffic and signage for trucks. I would recommend that we put a sign on 126 west of Wallen, as well as one on Route 30 north of 143rd, signaling that the truck route, where the truck route is, and that they should be turning there. I think to wait till they're here downtown before telling them that they can't go down creates a safety hazard. The other pertains to the snipe signs that developers put out every weekend at busy intersections that often block the line of vision. It's a very dangerous situation, and if there's anything that we can do about it in our jurisdiction, I think we should. Thank you.
Are there any other trustee comments? Not, this would be the time for public comments on items not on the agenda, not to exceed 3 to 5 minutes per topic. There are no public comments, and we'll proceed with the business meeting. We're seeking a motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve the agenda. Trustee Rassich?
Yes.
Trustee Rippey?
Yes.
Trustee Benucci?
Yes.
Trustee Fay?
Yes.
Trustee Lamb?
Yes.
Trustee Peck?
Yes.
Thank you. That motion carries. We're seeking a motion to approve the consent agenda to include minutes of the board meeting and executive session held on August 25th and special meeting held on August 29th. Bills paid and bills payable reports for September 15th. Cash and investments, revenue and expenditure reports for August. And release the letter of credit for Kingsbridge Estates Phase 1 in the amount of $31,448.39.
So move.
Second.
That motion's been made and seconded to approve items A through D under the consent agenda. Trustee Rassich?
Yes.
Trustee Rippey?
Yes.
Trustee Benucci?
Yes.
Trustee Fay? Trustee Lamb?
Yes.
Trustee Peck?
Yes.
Thank you. That motion carries. Administrators report?
No report.
Management services report?
No report.
Engineers report?
No report.
Planning department report? Building department report?
I just have the operations report if you have any questions. Thank you.
Public works report?
Just very briefly, because it came up today, at I-55 and Route 30, as the board is well aware, there's quite a bit of construction work that's going on tonight, this evening, and we just received word from IDOT that the ramps will be closed, the northbound, southbound ramps will be closed in the middle of the evening from 9 o'clock in essence until 3 o'clock this morning. We did post that on our Facebook as well as Twitter and sent it out to all the news entities too as well. What the contractor is going to be doing is installing concrete barriers to keep the traffic to one side so they can start working on the concrete out there. But it'll occur tonight. There'll be signage on Route 30. There'll be signage on I-55. And it is the contractor's responsibility in IDOT's project. But I wanted the board and the public to be aware that this may be a challenging intersection, especially tonight with the work that's going to go on. That's all I have.
And I will say about 25 minutes ago when I drove by, there are already signs out.
Yep. Thank you. That's all I have. Thank you.
Police chief's report?
No report.
Attorney's report?
Just one brief note. Many of you probably saw in the newspapers last week that the village of Lamont was cited by the Illinois Attorney General because they were requiring citizens who addressed the board to identify their home address as a condition of addressing the board. And the Attorney General issued a binding opinion saying that that was not allowable under the Illinois Open Meetings Act. Many times when people address the board here, they will, volunteer their address, but it's never been part of our policy to require that as a condition of speaking. But this was a binding opinion, so as it sits right now, that is the law as far as open meetings and addressing boards during public comments.
Quick question then, just for clarification, would it be a good idea for us to update our policy and say that it is not required to provide an address?
I had that discussion with the clerk. We could,
It would obviously be something that I would recommend as mandatory if we had a policy like many communities have had that require that, because it wasn't just Lamont. There are many public entities, and it just doesn't pertain to villages and cities. It applies to any public entity covered by the Illinois Open Meetings Act, thousands of entities. I don't think it's required. We could take a look at it, but we don't require that now. So, you know, if we did, obviously we should amend it, but, you know, we'd never done that, and it was never part of our custom and practice. Lamont actually didn't adopt a rule. They, by custom and practice, had required that. And so that's where they came under the jurisdiction of the Illinois Attorney General because a complaint was filed. And
This is for all public meetings, like planning commission meetings, HPC?
Planning Commission, municipalities, county boards, any public entity under the Open Meetings Act. So literally thousands in Illinois.
And can staff make sure that the planning commission and preservation and police, all our different commissions are notified? Thank you.
One thing we do require is 3 to 5 minutes, and that's acceptable.
Right. Reasonable parameters in terms of speaking. And it was just, in this case, what happened is the mayor kept insisting that the speaker reveal their address, and that's what became an issue. And so they issued a binding opinion. So that is the law. I mean, there might have been some question. There's nothing in the Open Meetings Act that says that's required specifically, but the Attorney General is you know, the one who enforces the Open Meetings Act. So.
Jim, it was based more on a First Amendment issue, correct? But that by requiring that you were possibly chilling speech because...
Yeah, exactly. That, you know, public comment means public comment, and there's no, you know, safety policy or anything else that would justify that. In fact, this speaker, when you read the opinion, it's interesting. She said, well, I'll give you, like, near the intersection where I live. But the mayor kept insisting, no, I want to know your address if you want to continue. So that's what precipitated that.
Reminders?
September 16th is the Planning Commission meeting. September 22nd is the next Committee of the Whole. And October 6th will be our next Village Board meeting.
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
Motion's been made and seconded to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you. That motion carries.
Any students that need signature, stop up one of these trustees to sign it for you.